COVID-19. No handshake as usual, but a little bit of the bump over there is not that bad. And there we go, the center referee for the moment, a gentleman by the names of Henry Byaruhanga, who actually comes all the way from Masindi, 37-year-old, shall be the one in charge of this game. He's an IT specialist, by the way, and I cannot forget that he's also a farmer and does play golf, by the way, on his pastime. There's a lot of golf that is played in Masindi, Ronnie, and that man is in charge. He is in charge, and all eyes will be at him in this encounter as Lango does take on Ankole in the match day one of, that is Group A. Well, the two sides very much ready, and hopefully we shall be able to have the game panning up, and then we shall be having possibly the anthems being played here. Definitely they are the anthems of both provinces, the Ankole and then the Lango province. What a good attendance, beautiful attendance here. It is always a massive crowd whenever it comes to a football being played in Lango. And in the last edition where the finals were held between, that was Bokedi and then Acholi. Believe me, despite the fact that Lango wasn't in the final, many thought the turn-up was going to be low, but it ended up being very huge. And that is the same turn-up we are witnessing here at the Akibwa Stadium. Right, so that is exactly how it pans up, and the referees will be able to get this rolling up with just at the anthem of Lango, and then hopefully the game will be getting underway here shortly. My name is Peter Tai again. Alongside me here is Ronnie, and we will be able to have your company for the entire 90 minutes of this match. Peter, talking about history and a head-to-head between these two provinces, that is Lango and Ankole. Team photo. Team photo. All right, there we go. Like I said before, the referee Henry shall be the one to make sure that all goes perfectly well here. This competition is basically also to uplift the referees on the lower side. So Byaruhanga Henry shall be the one in charge of this game. The man from Masindi, not very far by the way from Lango Masindi. It's actually on the way, and I'm very, very sure that he'll be able to give us a very quality game. He's an IT specialist, and the 37-year-old, he'll be able to give us something nice. That's the team from Lango, all dressed up in the greenies, and hopefully the green will be lighting up here at the John Akibwa Memorial Stadium. The crowd is here, the fans are here, and this is the lineup, Ronnie.
the lineup for that is Lango province. Of course, they do have Odong Emma, they do have Omedi Dennis, Aliro Moses, Ayure Paul, Okelo Isaac, Okelo Ivan the skipper, Ojok Darius, Okelo Jasper, Chiria Gerard, Ojera Joaquim all the way from URA, and of course Onek Emmanuel, coached by David Obua.
They'll be using a 4-3-3 formation system, that is for the gentlemen all the way from Lango, and not forgetting Rogers Aliro, the shot number 10, has scored against the Ankole before. But these are the line. This is the lineup of the Ankole province, and it has an interesting player. Otim Dennis, born in Lango, actually grew up in Ankole. He's here.
Otim Dennis, the custodian who turns out for Express FC, of course, he's in goal, and the custodian also for the under 20. They do have Yamuhachi Norman, Brian Omoni, they do have Aine Mani Jr. and Namasa Emmanuel Atuhaire, that is Abraham Segu Jaswali Pepe, the skipper who turns out from Barra City FC that was relegated to the big league, Kamgisha Clinton, and of course the likes of that is brother Omon Kaka, who turns out for Team Bright Stars in the Star Times Uganda Premier League.
All right, there we go. So shortly we shall be having the referee get us underway. It's Lango up against Ankole. On the other side, the battle between Odong Emmanuel and Otim Dennis. That's where the battle shall be here at the John Akibo Memorial. Wonderful attendance, beautiful turn up. I have to admit, this so far is the biggest attendance we have had. We have actually just come from Butaleja, and you did see the game between Kampala and the one and only Bukedi did not have a very, very good attendance compared to this one. But they love their football up country.
Definitely, they do love their football, and that alone is going to be very interesting come the Star Times Uganda Premier League. The fact that Blacks Power did manage to qualify, expect such crowds in the Star Times Uganda Premier League for Team Blacks Power.
Well, for the locally best clubs in the Uganda Premier League, if you're watching this, just watch the attendance, because that is exactly what you'll be getting in Lira, in Lango. They will be coming down and make it very difficult for you to actually get all the maximum pointers. Ankole, in their prayer before they actually get us on, dressed in the white and blue today, and hopefully they'll be able to get some good results here tonight. Well, the IT specialist was summarizing his simple things before the game gets underway. That's Otim Dennis, 22-year-old, born in Lango and currently raised in Barara and actually plays in Barara. And on the other side, it's Odong Emmanuel, who actually grew up at the railway quarters in Lira City, also very much ready for this one. Just waiting for the center referee to get us underway. It's the final check, and everything seems to be very much okay. And there goes the whistle in Lira, and hopefully you will be able to enjoy all the minutes there is to enjoy from here. Right at the midfield. Very good start here, and looking for Chiria. Okelo trying very much to drive that ball further forward, but actually just goes away for a throw-in. Very good start there. It was actually Okelo Isaac. Okelo Isaac actually used to play for Duparaka Football Club, but recently did cross over to play at the Blacks Power. It looks like Blacks Power is actually now assembling every player that comes from Lango region.
Unlike the previous edition where a team in Amuka, Bright Stars, was dominant in the players in the team for Lango, this time it is Blacks Power that is more dominant in terms of player for Team Lango.
Well, referee actually says that will be an offside, so the first one we shall be having here. It's a very good start here for the boys from Lango, trying to throw everything into this match, trying to reorganize themselves perfectly well. A while ago, that was Okeche Emmanuel. And this free kick shall be brought in by Dennis Otim. Dennis Otim actually from Express Football Club, well known by the way here in Kampala. Little is he known and comes down to play the game of football down in Lango, and they will actually believe that he's their very own son. And so that's what comes from here, throw in. Aliro looking to get this ball further forward. Long from Aliro, headed back in the midfield. It's gotten away perfectly right now. Here comes the Ankole. Well, the Brown Bull is trying very much to take the game perfectly against the White Rhino, the Amuka.
Of course, Team Ankole is starting on a bright note with less than 5 minutes played here at the Akibwa Stadium. Peter, you must believe that in this encounter, Ankole Lions will miss out on the services of Paul Muturezi, who got injured before this edition.
Yeah, indeed, very much. Who will be missed, Paul Muturez? He's one footballer that actually loves to drive that ball very much. The Vipers footballer. Throw will be brought in quickly. Omonyi will be very much looking to throw this very quickly in. It's brushed away. And finally gotten away from danger by Darius Ojok. But again, chance blazing on here. Joseph Akaninwaho loses possession. Finally away. And that goes out back to the defense yet again. Okello. It's a little bit onto the wing side. Now here comes Akaninwaho. Very skillful footballer. Oh, this is good play from the Ankole. And straight away to the goalkeeper, Odong Emmanuel. Good start for the Ankole. Very, very good start. They've actually taken Lango back to the defense. Ojera. Joachim Ojera goes down. The referee shall award that for the free kick. Skillful plays.
Skillful player he is, and one of those players to watch in a team at Lango. Looking at the previous editions, of course, they have been lining up as strong as squads. When you look at the players they are missing in this edition, the likes of Musa Ramadan, Timothy Awani, and Alan Okello, who have since turned pro, Peter.
Oh, yes, indeed. Here they come again. Trickery from Ojera. Away there from Ojok Darius. The ball just easily glides away there for a goal kick. Goal kick now to that is Ankole. But one of the reasons we actually have to visit where we come from is try very much and see how we can uplift the facilities of our own game. Now here we are playing at the Akibwa Memorial. Akibwa is a very huge name when it comes out to Ugandan sport, and it deserves something huge.
Definitely, it is a very huge name, and the fact that they did name the stadium after the legendary John Akibwa is something big. And to me, I think if they can make it better, it would be at the best.
Well, Chiria lost the ball out in the midfield. Now stolen away perfectly by Kemugisha Clinton. A referee has awarded that for the foul. Well, Kemugisha currently plays for Kitara FC, only 22 years old, rather 23. Very skillful footballer there, Kemugisha. Well, that is actually called not parking. Where are you going?
A player Kemugisha Clinton formerly at Wakiso Giants, and of course Nyamitiobora FC. He is one of the players, when you let him, when you give him the space, he can hurt you on any day, Peter.
Free kick for the Ankole. Done in very quickly. Slipped away yet again, but repossessed here. Trying to drive that ball further forward. Norman with the dummy here. Fortunately not gotten well by Charles Musige. Goes out for the throw. Well, Charles Musige, the shot number 12. Very skillful footballer, but this is Achire John Paul. Taking it to the midfield here. Well, Lango trying to push that ball further quickly. Now we'll be looking for Omedi Dennis. That's the man himself. David Obua.
David Obua doesn't need any introduction to most of the fans. He did it all, and now everyone is there wishing how he will turn up as a gaffer in Lango province.
Oh, they love him in Lango. He's a very serious guy, and I can assure you the respect that the players actually accord to him is very outstanding. He's one guy that actually loves players coming in very early and takes them through with a lot of paces, David Obua. And it's the reason as why you can say Lango's improved very much in its game. That is Darius Ojok, the jersey number 6, born in Boroboro, Lira, and plays for Maroons actually. And began his academy football down at Lira Sports Academy. It's away by Okello Ivan. And looking for the man himself. Ojera loses his bearings on the Ojera, but actually gotten away. Chase continues man up here. Seri or Seri here. Rigumaho just ready to balance his body right there, Rigumaho.
It wasn't the best of the first touch. He did have a Seri Arigumaho, a player who comes out for Mbara City FC and formerly at Singida United in Tanzania.
Well, he actually scored only 1 goal for Singida United, and actually at Singida they managed to watch him play at the Fufa Drums, and he actually played very well for the Ankole. Seri, the man with the ball there, but loses his bearings. Finally that ball goes to throw yet again to the Ankole. It's still 0-0, just 6 minutes of the game played. And the Ankole had to travel and arrived in Lira on Thursday. And a few, can I say, touches on this pitch compared to, of course, the Lango side that actually will be very much comfortable playing in their very own backyard here.
Of course, with 6 minutes, despite the Ankole arriving late in Lira, talking about the 6 minutes that we've so far witnessed, they look at the brightest side so far.
Well, that's very good skills here. Out of the boot pass now, right at the midfield looking for Okello. Young from Okello, looking for Joachim Ojera. Now right at the midfield, good movement again. Ooh, that could be a foul here. Referee says no, get on with the game. So Okello. Post that ball out for a throw right now. We have about 3 Okellos in the match. We have Ivan Okello, and we have Okello Gaspar and Okello Isaac. And the most interesting thing, all of them are playing at the back.
Interesting it is. The fact that it is the Fufa drum tournament, it won't be a surprise finding most of the players are sharing and similar names.
Here comes one Okello and cleared away by the other. Looks like the ball will still be on play. Yes, Copton play here. Musige. Mugisa. Away there by Sieri. Will be going back again here. Good piece of defensive work, but not very far. Joseph Akananwaho. Recollected by him again. Joseph. Padding the ball further forward now. Can they keep the pressure alive? They're trying to man that ball. Pepe here. Away by Clinton. The referee's whistle actually going up. It's going to be a foul here for Lango Province.
Talking about the mobilization, Peter, of either provinces. Believe me, when it comes to mobilizing fans, the Lango province is up there. Every win, every player is assured of 500 Uganda shillings. Believe me, that will fire them up to ensure they go for maximum points in this encounter.
Well, this game has actually not been very cheap. It goes for about 5,000 Uganda shillings. So you can see almost all these have paid that money. So I can say the province has actually gotten some good money. All these have paid. It was a party here from yesterday. It was merrymaking. It was a very big dance here. And that alone was enough to bring the crowd for today's game. That's sure good marketing from the province. But this is good football here from Ankole. Joseph Akananwaho. Monyi Brian. Joseph again. But loses his bearings onto the ball. Clipped away by Joseph Akananwaho. Oh, good skills there. Brought down Joseph Akananwaho. Does not look very happy about that, Joseph. The footballer from Express.
A great player he is, and the player that all eyes will be on him for Team Ankole, turning out for Express, making his name most at Soltilo Bright Stars. He is a great player, believe me, Peter.
It's about 9 minutes of the game. Looks like we have played 15, but it's only 9. The ball father. We can head about straight away to Emmanuel Odongo. Emmanuel Odongo actually plays for Black Spar also. He'll be here next season to actually put a lot for his side, Black Spar, as they fight very hard not to be relegated from the Uganda Premier League, the apex of Ugandan football. Well, back behind Brian Kaka Omonyi, trying to switch that ball further forward here. Can they get something in here? Very much looking for Sieri. Long pass there from Omonyi. Kaka now stolen away right in the midfield. Back again. Okello. A bit of a bumpy pitch, you have to admit, so footballers have to endure a lot in order to actually control this. Usige. It's away there by Okello. Initially, it was Ivan Okello actually supposed to play the midfield, but later on we actually got the news that Shiria will be down there at the back too. Majok. Still away yet again there by Omedi. Trying to clip that ball further forward. This is good stuff now. A little Rogers has been a little bit of a shadow of himself in this. The footballer from Wakiso Giants. To the wing side, Shiria with a good cross and a chance here. The good goalkeeping. Fast like the ball went out.
First chance of the game for Team Lango, but what a save it was from a custodian, Dennis Otim, and no wonder he is part of the current Uganda Queen squad that is preparing to take on Tanzania in the CHAN qualifiers.
So Tanzania beginning very well on the other side. They played against the Somalians. This was the chance. You can see the ball coming in from the right wing very heavily. Sometimes you wonder whether the player was going for goal or whether he was going for the cross. Again, good cross ball in. Very, very good cross ball inside there. Straight up, and the goalkeeper of Team Dennis does well. I'm very sure that his goalkeeping coach won't be happy about that. Injury concern right now for the Ankole side. It's just about 11 minutes now prior to 12. You don't want to have your footballers actually pick up an injury. Oh, this is the third time that the teams are meeting.
third time they are meeting. The first two coming in the previous edition. Ankole losing 3-0 against Lango in Lira before the goalless draw in Ankole.
Chiria. Gerard Chiria. Shot corner, bubbles around, goes up for another corner. Gerard Chiria. Some small blood to Alan Okello.
Definitely he is related to Alan Okello, as they are cousins, a player currently at Apola and formerly at the KCC junior side.
Chiria again with a sweet one. It's gotten away from the back. And then kept on play yet again, looking for Chiria himself. Well, the dummy wasn't that really good from Abraham Atuhaire. We'll be going out for a throw yet again to Ankole. Here goes Akananwaho. Trying to fight that ball through in the midfield. Good play here. Long pass yet again from the mix as they continue to look for more positional skills. Throw in to Lango. And it was Ainemani Jr. actually coming back to defend. The footballer born in Tungamo and currently plays for Ndeje University. Aliro looking to throw this ball inside. The footballer from Dokolo. Aliro. Got in away. Lira actually once played for Amuka, if I'm not very much mistaken.
He did play for Amuka, and in the last edition, when he scored against the Ankole, he was a player for Team Amuka before joining KCC FC and later on crossing to Wakiso Giants.
Joachim Ojera from URA, and a little bit offside, you can see. Also born in Kole district. Oh, that makes up the great mother Lira. From Kole, go down to the likes of Dokolo, Lira City. Chance up front now, Musige. Charles Musige again. Good play from Joachim Ojera. Super piece of defensive work there. With the ball free and square. Omedi. Dennis Omedi. This is Omedi trying to be very clever. He does well. Cuts it back. And gotten away by Namasa. And then kept on play here by the Ankole lads. Repossessed yet again by Lango. Goes out for a throw. Musige. Good pressure from him.
A good pressure from Charles Musige, a player who does a turnout from a Team Express FC. But believe me, Peter, in the previous editions, it has been rare to witness draws in the first match. But after realizing the first draw in the first game that has been played between Bukedi and Kampala, with also this game yet to realize a goal, it will be a difficult edition in the third edition of the draft.
Well, Bukedi and of course Kampala, that game ended 1-1. Bukedi scoring fast in Kampala to puff and puff to come back and level up matters. Long ball further forward and Omedi is offside. Well, they like to call him Machinho. Omedi Dennis Machino, born in Dokolo and currently plays for Boma Football Club, the jersey number 9. Such a good player, Omedi. Well, I did watch him and in the Stanbic Uganda Cup. Was very outstanding for Boma. Very good player. One
of the outstanding players that were part of that journey of Boma, where they surprised a number of teams before being knocked out in the semi-finals of that edition Stanbic Uganda Cup.
Long ball from Junior. It's got in away by Okello. And that just goes out for a throw-in now to Ankole. We yet again have to be very much precise on this. Very, very good attendance here at the Jonah Kibwa Memorial Stadium. The throw shall be brought in quickly. Kaka. Joseph. Kaka. Kaninwao Joseph again. Allowed to roll away straight to the arms of Odongo Emmanuel. Oh, look at this.
Wow, wow, wow. That is why it is called the Fufa drum. A lot of people in the country have been missing this tournament. It is all about celebrating our ancestry. And Peter, what we are witnessing is why it is called the Fufa drum.
They continue to press on here, Lira. Sorry, Lango rather. Stolen off the legs of a Jock Darius. And now looking for Mehdi at check. Ooh, Mehdi actually collided the goalkeeper. That will be a foul, and Umedi could be in trouble. You can see the pack is not very happy about that. Namasa Edward not happy. Ainemani Jr. not very happy about that. But what a weird fall from Team Dennis.
Weird
dangerous
foul. Weird foul it was. Peter, I will be surprised if the referee doesn't splash out a yellow card to Omedi of that is Lango province.
Let's watch this again very closely. It's just a collision. Looks like the goalkeeper finds himself on the head of Omedi. And Omedi actually finds himself in a zone where he cannot move away. It is a foul. Oh, there goes another. Omedi not happy about the holding of his jersey. Will the referee pull out a yellow card? I don't think so, Ronnie. The man from Masindi seems to be very much lenient in this game, and as we wait for Dennis Otim to get his medical attention. Still 0-0 here in Lango.
David Obua, the coach of Lango province, still has a lot of work to do, but given quite a number of experienced players who have played in the Fufa Drum, the first edition in 2018 and the second edition in 2019, I do believe that with the players in, that is Bronson Suluga, who was last edition's MVP, and of course a player in Herbert Achai, trust me, if they get in some minutes to get onto the pitch, there will be chance for them to change this encounter, Peter.
It is the Rugaju up against the Amuka. And for the Rugaju, it's a bit of a problem here when it comes down to the goalkeeper team. Perfect start is what we're actually having in this game here. So far so good, I have to admit. The game is still very much keji it is, Peter, but good news of course for Ankole as a goalkeeper. Dennis Otim is back on his feet. Talking about the Fufa Drum, Peter, it is a tournament that has produced quite a number of players that are doing wonders at their respective clubs. Talking about a player in Ibrahim Simbe, who is right now playing his trade with Bull FC. Talking about a player who has just scored the first goal in this edition in Aguoto. The Fufa Drum has lived to the expectations with 2 editions played. It has indeed. So very much KG right in the midfield and looking for Seri. Away by Okello. There's more pressure coming up from Abraham Atuhairwe. Chances still manning up in here. Lango up against the Ankole. Want to press up in here. Well, good ambience, I have to admit, and this is actually the vibe you get when you're playing a game, especially when you're at home. You need such vibe to push the ball further forward and try and get something for your side.
Definitely, Peter, playing in such a game and playing in a region in Lango where football has not been very vibrant in the previous years, and with such a tournament in the Fufa Drum, you always expect a fabulous turn-up of fans.
Good 1-2 there from Musige. Could be receiving the reverse pass, but looks like there'll be a foul here. Oh yes, there is a free kick. It's been awarded. But again, good drive, very good drive from the Ankole side. The Ruvaju are trying very much to take this game further forward. Trying very much to get their prey a little bit offside. Now will be a free kick now for Ankole. Shot number 17, Joseph Akandanuaho, with the one to try very much to deliver this ball deep in. Akandanuaho, very good from the set pieces. We have seen that in the Uganda Premier League. Let's wait and see what comes out from this one. Joseph drops one in. A little bit of a collision there, but goes out for a goal kick. 21 minutes. Not seen any serious chance for goal in this one from the two sides.
And no serious chance so far, Peter. But talking about the first 21 minutes, the team, rather Ankole, are looking to be pushing to ensure they can try and break the deadlock here at the John Akibwa Stadium.
Oh, does not look very comfortable after that fall. There is a team. No option. You can see that he's groaning after kicking that ball. Then is a team. Away by Okello. Be a throw in yet again for Ankole. Long throw brought in quickly by Kamukisa. Was out again for a throw. Like of course attrition from Seri Arigumaho, yeah. It's a tongue twister.
quite a hard one to pronounce a player in Aringumahu, formerly at Singida, and one of the players, despite Bara City getting relegated, but talking about personal performance, he was up there.
Then a throw here to Lango. Chire. Play in the midfield there from Musige, but unfortunately could be stolen away by Ankole. Piling the pressure, some bit of obstruction there. We say is no problem with that. Half front, looking for Medi, uses his body well. They're calling for the handball. Referee says no. Away by Junior Ainemani. Still a little bit of Bambi play in the midfield, and it's going to be a foul. It's been awarded, began very quickly. Musige right in the midfield now. Here Ankole trying very much to breathe. Away by Kimugisa. Collected by Musige yet again. Flipped up. Play from Achire. Well, that's Achire. And a ball further forward, collected by Musige, and away. It's going to be another throw-in.
The bumpy Akibua surface is distracting the play. We are not seeing that free flowing football. Of course, despite the Ankole trying to pass that ball, but the bumpy surface, believe me, is surely affecting the flow of the game here at the Akibua Stadium.
Foul right at the midfield in front of the referee. It's been awarded. Henry has been very, very busy. Well, with such a crowd, you could think maybe the referee will be intimidated. And every foul that he actually blows that does not go the home side's way, but that's the foul. Chiria actually was the player brought down. Yeah, they come again. Joachim Ojera, blinding header, straight up to the goalkeeper, Dennis Otim. Well, you can say that's one of the best chances that we have gotten from Lango.
Best chance so far in the game for Team Lango, and the assist from the player who we anticipated to be so inspirational in this encounter, that is Joachim Ojera with that one. Unlucky for that chance to probably go into the hands of a goalkeeper, Dennis Otim, who is continuously limping in this encounter. Not good news. It will be for Ankole.
It's a good delivery, very, very good delivery from Joachim Ojera. So with him here, it is away right at the back. Finding up more slowly by slowly. Up front away. That's super running here. Good pass from Kamugisa. Looks for Charles Musige towards the byline. Tries to drop that ball in the forbidden area. It is away, but not away. Finally away by Ivan Okello. Well, Ivan Okello, born in Lira, and used to play for Nduparaka. Currently, it's been told that he has been transferred to Blacks Power. He's only 20 years old, the gaffer. Oh, sorry, the captain rather. The captain of Lango.
Very talented player, Ivan Okello, is very versatile. He was inspirational when Blacks Power in the previous edition before he did transfer to Nduparaka. He is one for the future.
The most interesting thing is that Kamugisa Clinton is actually playing as a right back. Well, that's him. He's the one to throw that ball in. Clinton looking to get that ball further forward. Takes his time, Clinton. Namasa. Oh, it's going to be a foul. Here comes the cultural leader, Lango.
And that is the beauty of the Fufa drum, all cultural leader. It is a tournament that puts different provinces in those areas at a standstill. And Peter, when it comes to Lira, the entire Lira is at a standstill just because of this encounter we're witnessing between Lango province and Ankole province.
Well, it is called bringing football to the people. That's actually what it is. Bring the game to the people, bring the stars to the people, and let the people enjoy their football. Chire, flicked in well, looking for Medi. Well, that's a very good dummy at the back there, and finally putting away from danger, looking for Musige. Onoit Seri, the goalkeeper, to come out of his line, and what does he do here? Well, he does well to shield that ball. Good goalkeeping from Odongo Emmanuel. Does very well, the Blacks Power footballer. Running very quickly, looking for the captain, Ivan Okello. So you have to admit here, you have Achire, Okello, and Okello at the back. Interesting. The ball further forward. Controlled there by Omedi. Some bit of collision. The best you can see from Akandanwaho Joseph. He's actually not new to yellow cards. Akandanwaho is a hard tackling footballer. And he brings down Okech Emmanuel. A lot of pain, Okech Emmanuel, the footballer from Ondu Paraka. Go down by that player, Akandanwaho Joseph. Another footballer born in Imbarara, age of 26. Let's watch this very closely again. There goes the flying boot. Very lucky that Okech Emmanuel did not maybe receive a lot of impact from that. He actually felt something there, Okech. Just 28 minutes, still 0-0. The crowd is still waiting for its very, very fast goal here. I have to admit that it's a very good choice of change for the Lango side to actually decide to take their game to the Akibwa instead of the Technical Institute where they used to play before.
A great decision it has been, and looking at the previous editions where they used to play the games at the Technical Center in Lira, comparing the crowds, Akibwa always attracts huge crowds, and the decision to put this game here was just a top-notch and a perfect one for match day one.
Well, they've actually branded well, I have to admit. You have to give them credit about that. Joachim Ojera. Ojera again, looking for space and room, leaves one down. Now here comes Achire. That's a corner. Well, if you look at the bench of Lango, you actually be very interested with the kind of talent they have. They have a Chai, the KCCA footballer, on the bench, surprisingly. Chai is a starter at KCCA. Rabu actually begins him on the bench today. Joachim Ojera shall be the one to try very much, deliver this ball in. You can see Otim Dennis complaining of the elbow. And Chiria actually trying to give the referee something else. Corner. Long from Ojera. Inside there. The ball cut back in, another chance. No. Ojera. Back to the Bayern and Ojera. Ojera yet again forced back, loses his bearings, and currently now has to look for that ball. It's good play from the Ankole Lions. From the Ankole team. It's been very outstanding. Raju, the brown bull, trying very much to put a lot in this. Good strike. Unfortunately from the captain, not yielding anything this time around. Ivan Okello.
Lango are slowly but steadily getting into the game. When you look at the 30 minutes played, the last 5 minutes have been dominated by Lango. And of course, credit goes to their inspirational player this evening in Joachim Ojera, trying to be the magic behind their creativity, Peter.
Well, away by Okello. Looking to keep that ball in place. Good play there from Ogisa. To throw this ball further forward. Ogisa Clinton, shot number 10. Recollected here. This is Kimugis again. Finally put away for yet another throw. It's a very, very cagey first half from the two sides as they try very much to open up each other. And it's going to be a battle who will be scoring the first goal. Kimugisa. Gliding ball through, not yielding anything really. That goes out the corner. You can see that Ankole has actually put a lot of pressure right now on the Lango.
Put a lot of pressure on Team Lango, but Peter, we have to give a credit to the coach of Ankole province in Baino Mugisha Viali. They look much changed as compared to the previous 2 editions when they had Livingstone Babazi. Yeah. With Baino Mugisha Viali, they look a much and a lively side here at the Akibwa Stadium.
Charles Musige, curling ball inside the box line. It is away. Not very far. They still have possession. Ankole. They are doing a lot of chasing. Ainemani Jr. Spells with that ball in play. Well, Bainomikisha Viali, the coach of Ankole, has a lot of experience when it comes down to coaching. From Onduparaka, Barra City, Wekula, Chigesi Homeboys. It's a lot, by the way, for a coach like that. A lot of experience. Kamugisa. It's putting away from the mix. Not very far. Captain Seal puts it back in possession. That's a foul. Sieri Arigumaho is the culprit of the free kick. Done very quickly by Okello. Swept away by Omonyi. Okello, Ivan. Trying to look for Medi. Junior. Put it away there by Newman. And then kept on play yet again by the Amuka. It's 33 minutes, still counting. Goalless. David Bua looks very comfortable in that jump of his.
Just like he was during his active playing days. Peter, with league football yet to kick off this season, the Fufa drum just comes at the right time for probably players to test themselves prior to the upcoming season. And we still with the FA drum, with a number of players not having clubs, it will be a good platform for them to probably be scouted by different clubs in Uganda.
Yeah, the transfer window is actually still going on, so anything can happen. Give your best and never know you can actually be selected by the big boys of Ugandan football. Here they come again, slowly by slowly. Now stolen away at the back by Okello. Sieri loses his ball. Ojok Darius trying to switch that ball away from danger. Ojok then collected here. It's good movement again, good fronting balls that they are currently getting from this side, but they are not shielding perfectly well. Darius open up play to nobody in particular. That ball just goes away. Upua won't be very happy about that. You have a lot of space to pass that ball to the nearest, but you decide to go long. You actually give away possession. Clinton Kamugisa, the Chitara FC footballer born in Mbarara 23 years ago, gets his ball in very quickly. Again, they'll be able to get another throw. Clock ticking. 34 goalless.
Interesting fact in the Fufa drum, in the first edition, the leading scorer of this tournament happened to be a custodian in James Alith, of course, by then turning out for his province in Bugisu. All eyes will be on Alith still, given the fact that he is available and ready in the country after missing out in the previous edition, as he was at playing his rather at Zanaco. All eyes will be on James Alith, because I do believe while playing for Bugisu, he will still be played as a number 9.
Well, up front now, holding up perfectly well. Look further forward away. Trying very much look for Medi Dennis. Looks like Medi Dennis yet again fouls. That's the second time that we are seeing Omedi actually being very naughty. Here we go. He actually brings down Namasa Edward. So watch this very closely. Here we go. Watch this. There goes the elbow from Omedi. Very lucky to actually not receive a yellow card. Omedi. Twice he has been involved in something like that. There's a lot going on from the Brown Bulls of Ankole. Well, it's very good to see a referee putting on a smile in the match.
I definitely see. I'm still surprised with the number of fouls committed so far in the 36 minutes played. There is no yellow card yet. We've witnessed very, very lenient. Biaruhanga Henry has been in the middle of the pack in this encounter we are just witnessing between Ankole and Lango.
This goes away there for a goal kick. By the way, Darius Ojok is only 18, and the way he's commanding the midfield, the shot number 6 is very outstanding here. Recently joined the Maroons, by the way.
A great move it was, and a chance for him to prove his worth at the biggest stage. And believe me, while turning out for Maroons, he will be very, very important in the team that recently regained promotion to the top flight tier, that is the Star Times Uganda Premier League.
It's a long ball further forward. Chelsea zone in here. It's part of the twos. Okello Isaac shielding it perfectly well. Well, sometimes when you're talking about such grassroots football, ancestry football, you have to give a little bit of a kudos to some of the academies that have produced some interesting, talented footballers. And one of them is actually the Lira Sports Academy. Produced the likes of Alan Okello, Joachim Ojera, Musa Ramadan. All those have actually gone through the Lira Sports Academy from here.
Kudos to the Lira Sports Academy, and as well as the players. Recently, we've seen these players going back to their home districts, the likes of Alan Okello, and of course, Moses are going back to give back to those academies. Fantastic gesture. It has always been from the players, not forgetting where they came from.
Free kick candidate will be Rogers Aliro. It's been very quiet today, not seen a lot of him. Rogers Aliro, the footballer from Wakiso Giants, the one trying very much to drop this ball inside very quickly. Did a very disappointing one there from Aliro, but it looks like they have gotten a corner. Do they? Oh yes, they have gotten a corner. Corner with about 8 minutes to go. Moses Aliro. My apologies, not Rogers. Who left it back there? Corner swung in very quickly. The best of corners brought in by Okeche Manuel anyways. And maybe will try very much to redeem himself with this one yet again. The throw at the corner began quickly. Omedi. It's a very good piece of defensive work yet again from the back. Playing perfectly well. Catch. Aliro. Moses Aliro. Moses seems to be coming to life right now. Chire. Ankole reading this very well. Chire does well in there. It's more pressing now. Chire. Okello. Change of wing from Okello. Trying to look for Moron Okech. For the ball, you can see how cagey the game is. Everybody throwing his body right in front of the ball. A chance on the run through. This is good play from Ankole. Very good piece of defensive work yet again from Lango Provis. Deep down. Kamogisa stolen away, put it away by Lango. And Omedi actually brought down this time round. So Omedi on the ground, and he's fouled by Namasa. I hope that is actually not a response to the other. Here we go, watch this very closely. Chance that went begging away. Goal kick here to Ankole. 5 minutes to play, just only 5. It is still very much open-ended. It's still goalless. Anything can still happen in this match. You can say that as it stands, Ankole will be very happy with this result. They don't want to actually concede and make it difficult for them when they go home. But this is the earlier chance brought in by Achire. You can see good turn there from Dennis Omedi, not getting the right bearings for that shot.
A great turn and control it was from the young striker who turns out for Boma in. That is the regional league all the way in. Boma, believe me, Peter, or the player in Onema, has been so far good in this encounter. He has been the reason as to why probably our team, rather Lango province, are getting those chances. If he continues trying and trying, who knows, he might find the back of the net.
It's a long ball through. Good goalkeeping this time from Odong Emmanuel. He's not had a lot to do really today, Odong Emmanuel. Alongside Tim Dennis. Nothing serious to actually talk about when it comes down to the saving by both goalkeepers. The battle has been right in the midfield for these two sides. And they continue to press up on one to the other. Okello away. Trying very much to open up the game. Aliro. Okello. Kelo driving that ball further forward with 3 minutes to play for. Or the turn from Omedi, forgets the direction of the ball. Omedi finally swept away by Namasa. The reverse pass this time in the midfield was not the best, trying to open up on Siri Eregumaho. It's a very bumpy pitch, I have to admit, and dry. Half front away, looking for more. It's good play here from Lango. Joachim Ojera. Time with that good ready. And stolen away from the legs of Chiria. The flag go up? Yes, it does go up for the offside, and Siri. Musige. A bit of a distance it is from where we're watching this from. Commentating from here. There we go.
Must have been a CM in the situation he was called offside.
Pressure keeps on piling up here for Ankole, but they actually get that ball away very quickly. Falling up again from the captain, Bebe, trying to squeeze that ball away to Siri. It's Bebe, looking for the options. Or can he beat? No, he can't. Stolen away yet again by the Amuka. Bebe, looking for Siri. Good cross from Siri, good goal, keeping this time around from Odongo. Manuel Odong does well, making sure that that does not go past him. It's 2 minutes to half time, and you don't want to be broken with only 2 to play for.
A great save from the custodian, Emmanuel Odongo. The first time he's being forced into a save with just 2 minutes to play at half time. Ankole, so far, pressing for a breaker here, but the defense doing well.
Ooh, that's a wasted chance. You can actually get such a good chance and well, actually waste it just like that. Disappointing for Joachim Ojera. Well, the experience that he has from URA really should have tried to do much better, but he saw the angle and actually wanted to go for goal. You can't blame him for that. The best chances he has gotten, Joachim Ojera, wasted.
Great idea it was for Joachim Ojera. Everything was just perfect but the final rather execution wasn't the best. Thus his attempt just going wide for a goal kick.
Pressure keeps on piling up. Ooh, that's going to be a foul. It's a bit of obstruction this time round. Kelo is on the ground. The shot number 15, the Black's power footballer, brings down Kamugisa Clinton. 3 minutes have actually been added in here by the referee Henry. And 3 minutes will be played for. It's the Fufa drum competition coming to you live all the way from John Akibwa Memorial Stadium down in Lira City. I can say it's been a wonderful host so far. Gerard having a word there with Gerard Chiria. Always talked about the attendance, and this is some good attendance really from the fans all the way from Lango. They are here to give support to their province, and hopefully this time around maybe they'll be happy at the end of the day if the province can go down and win it.
That is what they have always wanted. In the previous edition in 2019, they did miss out on getting their first championship, or that would have been their first championship. They believed they had all the chance of winning the championship before they were shocked by Bukedi in the semi-finals. 1-0 it was, thanks to An Ibrahim Simbe 3rd-minute strike.
Well, just only 2 provinces have gone on to win the competition. The first edition was won by Buganda. Of course, the other won by the Acholi. Then COVID came around the corridor over there, and the competition was actually suspended for a while due to COVID. And then we are back again. Okelo Isaac having a problem with his ribs there. You can see he's holding the rib cage area as he actually moves out a little. Hopefully we'll be able to continue this. The former Unduparaka footballer Isaac Okelo. And the action continues. It's a free kick here to Ankole. Standing on this is Abraham Atuhaire. Will be looking very much to deliver this ball through as Isaac Okello is actually still being stretched out. Long from Atuhaire. Gliding back and to be going at the corner. Oh, the goalkeeper Odong Emmanuel already moved, and if that was on target, could have been an own goal. But thank God it goes out the corner. Oh, referee trying to call somebody here. She's very closely. It looks like could be a yellow card, possibly for Isaac Okello. Would it be? It's the first yellow card we are seeing so far. Oh, there you go. Yellow card to Isaac Okello.
First yellow card of the game. I was going to be so surprised with the kind of challenges that we've witnessed so far in the first encounter. I was going to be very surprised to end the first half without witnessing any yellow.
Corner. Brian Kakaomonye. It's a long corner inside. Finally clips away from danger. Joachim Ojera coming through. Flicks it on. Omedi. He tries to be very clever, Omedi, but unfortunately there was somebody at the back defending. Finally gotten away by Okello. In the midfield, Jock Darius uses his bearings. Here comes Sieri. Okello does well. Small pressure here. Up front away. Very long pass there from Chiria. Omedi fails. Ankole still. Atuhaire going down. Physical match towards the end, and you can see Joachim Ojera. Look at the size of Joachim Ojera and that of Atuhaire Abraham. And Joachim Ojera there bringing down on Atuhaire Abraham. Look at that. Look at the height of that man. And compare that with Joachim Ojera, and you realize who brought down the other. And here comes Norman, switching that ball very much long in front. Shortly the referee will blow the whistle. That's the confirmation for the yellow card to Isaac Okello. So it's a bit of borrowed time before the referee can stop the fast 45. It's been very cagey. Both sides failing to get the back of the net. A few chances to goal. Away again. Long pass to the wing side. Here they come. Not yielding anything. Flag goes up for the offside.
Of course, I do think that has been the last chance of the match, with just a few minutes to end at the halftime here at the John Akibwa Stadium.
Keller, long pass away. Game still continues. 4 minutes already played. Good play there from Atuhaire. Float back onto the wing side, looking for Sieri. Tries to use his body well. Sieri keeps that ball on play. Okello does well. Goal kick. Henry has a look at his watch. I'm very sure he'll be blowing the final whistle for the first 45. There you go. That brings us to the end of the first 45 minutes of this match here between Lango and the Ankole. In a very, very tight 45 minutes, with both sides actually putting up a very good game right at the midfield. No chances that have been created seriously, but so far it is still 0-0.
A great game we've witnessed here, and of course leaving to the building. Interesting second half. We are anticipating with a number of players on the bench. We do expect to come in the second half.
Well, so far so good here at the Akibwa Memorial. Let's go for that break and the analysis from the crew at the house. And when we come back, it's more of your football here at the Fufa drum competition. Don't go away.
Kopango to everyone in Lila. We are very impressed with the performance of the fans first, celebrating their ancestry. They trickled in numbers, all from the districts like Alaiptong, Amolata, Apach, Dokolo, Kole, Lira, Otuke, and Oyam. And they came to support their team in the legendary John Akibwa Stadium, finding a nephew of John Akibwa actually in David Obua coaching the side that is the White Rhinos that they call Amuka. Their visitors from Ankole, led by Obua's former teammate at Chibuli SS, and Simba Sports Club, Viali Baino Mugisha, did not meet friendly fire. And the result is still goalless. Godwin Bule, interesting times there
Kopano,
at the Fufa drum.
Kopano.
Kope.
Yeah, it's
Tiema
good.
Bear.
It's a good encounter. I can see the pitch is full to capacity, and I can credit the organizers of the Fufa drum and then the organizers in that region for Lango province. It's been good for them. Football-wise, things have been moving on as expected. In the midfield, it's been intact. Both midfields have been doing well, so it's been a tight game. And I expect a second half encounter, which is going to be so full of duels in the midfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the battle between the rhinos and the cows,
Yeah.
Which one do you think can manage that field as we see the weather kind of put in some jittery spaces in the field? And you are talking about the midfield. We are seeing a pumped up game, but again with tight situations. Not so many opportunities to go forward. Of course, leading up to some aggressive moments like Omedi Dennis almost 3 times putting his opponents at reserved game.
Yeah, Omedi Dennis has been doing his work as a striker, up front striker, just holding those balls, maybe disturbing the defense plus the goalkeeper. But their undoing has been in those 2 up front players, the right one and the left one. They have not been intentional in their game while going forward in the final third. They are playing a counter-based attacking game. It's their best weapon right now. They have Aliro, they have Joachim Mojera, who can help them take that ball forward with pace. But it has been leaky of sort because they have not been doing it at their best. With Joachim Mojera, you know he's full of pace. You get the defenders, play to him the ball. You get the defenders, play to Aliro the ball. But they have seen less of the ball compared to Ankole's side. Because Ankole, you've seen Joseph Akandanao and Charles Musigi in the first 20 minutes. They were getting that ball, taking it forward. Maybe if Lango can do it in the second half, they can get some chances. But so far for Ankole, they've created a bit of chances, but no shots at goal. Maybe one, but not that many. For Lango, there's only been one which has not even disturbed the goalkeeper, Dennis Otim. So they need to do a bit of homework in this second half coming.
75% of the game is played in between the second third of the game and the first third of the game in both halves. There is no action in the final third of each side or the first third of each side, showing that these teams have actually tactically interlocked. Viali Baino Mugisha and David Obua, having been through the same schools for some time, footballing schools, not just the school Lubi Chibuli, but also even during the Simba days of Mike Mutebi and Moses Basena. We are seeing a tactical interlock here. What can unlock it? We know David Obua was a very individual player. He must identify a player in his team that can be doing that individual skill to unlock. Then Viali was an expert at those crosses. You would expect to have many crosses meeting the target man in either Clinton Kamugisha or Seiri Arigumaho. But still, seemingly, most of them are knowing what the other has in the bag.
Definitely, each coach has the knowledge about the tactics of the other. So maybe for Ankole, it's a good result so far right now. Because 0-0, they must visit Ankole. Lango must visit Ankole. So 0-0 for Ankole is still that good. For Lango, time is calling on them, you know, because you cannot afford to go to Ankole with a 0-0 result. Maybe for Ankole, what they need to do, get that ball with speed in transition. You get the ball to the attackers. Maybe if Joachim Mojera is not working on the left, put him on the right to get those crosses in. Aliro, I've seen him in Wachiso Giants. He's good in bending those balls from the left. He can cut through defenders on the left. So maybe that can be a tactical twitch that can be done in the second half to ensure that they get something. But there have been a huge detachment in the front 3 players. Omedi has been isolated alone. You need to do something about it. They are playing 4-3-3. 4-3-3 is favorable to those players. At least get those 2 midfielders, Aliro, maybe Okelo Ivan, to move more forward and then leave the defensive work to Ojoko. Just that is the only thing that needs to be done. But all in all, the game has been balanced. You can expect that duo because If Ankole came with 3 in the midfield, you came with 3 in the midfield, you expect that duo to be going on. A tactical twitch from both sets of coaches, we'll see a difference. And only some moments in that game will be the difference, because if Ojera can make a difference and then Akandana on the Ankole side, it will be good for both sides. But so far so good for Ankole, I can say.
So far so good for Ankole there, with the midfield marshaled by the Maverick Swalik Bebe Seguja, and of course Atuhaire Abrams, whose height and tenacity has actually caught the eye of many. But again, the midfield of Lango, Gerard Chiria and Darius Ojok, and then Ivan Okelo, not actually stretching to go and link up with the striking line, leaving the strikers very isolated. And of course, Okech Emma, not that one that we know usually when he plays for Onduparaka, when he goes and gets one-on-one situations. Probably David needed to have a look at them. I'm not very sure he follows, which is it's not easy anyway. You can't blame him following the league all through to see how these players play individually. Of course, Moses Saliro, we know, is a winger, but lately at Wakiso Giants, he has been having a free role and he has been doing a lot of things. Ojera is more versatile and audacious on the right wing, where you only expect him to improve his final ball. But again, these changes probably were to unnerve the other side, because we are seeing a tactical build-up here with the two coaches. What do you think can happen now for the side of Ankole? We know that Lango has to try and get the ball and work the crowds behind them, because they have mostly, I don't know whether they can, you could have like 100 Ankole people, and I'm expecting to see this. Before the game, there were fans that were coming in, and there is that Tupac crew that came putting on those hip-hop swag from here. And I'm imagining how they are going to invade Ankole to that famous roundabout with the bull's horns. You know, this thing is with their swag. I don't know whether there are so many Ankole fans here. So if a player rallies the Lango fans, probably this game could change.
Definitely.
Good enough, the weather is not so bad, only that the pitch is affected, but it's not as hot as we saw in Butareja. So definitely something can happen in the second half. What do you expect in the second half, Godwin?
Ankole side, they're going to sit back, because so far the game plan is doing them a favor. They came with a game plan, 3 in the middle, maybe 3 on the attack. But those attackers, the 2 attackers, they help in defending. That's Musige Charles and Joseph Akandanaho. So their game plan is okay. For Lango, only they need to do is to get those balls up front, get them to Aliro. Aliro take that responsibility. We saw in the first game, Travis Muchava, in the 70th minute. He did wonders and he scored a goal, solo effort. No one expected it, but he took that responsibility. That is what is needed of Joachim Ojera, Moses Aliro, and maybe Okech Emma, because they have that capability. In a first game like this, you need those individual players to stand out. So that's what I'm calling up for in those Lango players.
One of the things that the Fufa drum creates is the rare sight of so many fans. I'm thinking there could be some players having stage fright. On the bench with a player like Bronson Subuga, who we know to light up crowds. I saw him in Maroons lighting up crowds, even at places as strange as St. Mary's Stadium, Chitende, where the students could back him. Could you think David Obua could try to throw in such a piece of magnet into that to try and attract the crowd and probably create a more, because otherwise we could be slated for another draw like the one we had between Bukedi and Kampala.
A substitute like Bronson Subuga for Lango side will be great. Consider the time that he will get on the pitch, because as a coach, David Obua, he may want to wait until that time, maybe 20 minutes to full time, maybe that to get him on. But if you see that chance, you see a moment, we need substitutes, we need changes, that's what you need to do. Bronson Subuga, he was a good player in the 2019 edition, a marvelous one, some quotation for MVP, he did well, so bring him on in this game will be so good. Maybe even the fans are waiting for him, even the fans are calling on him. Maybe, let's see what David Obua has in his bag. for the second half.
We called upon the districts and thanked them for coming up in this game at the Akibwa Memorial Stadium. But then the districts of Ankole that have Buhweju, Bushenyi, Ibanda, Isingiro, Chiruhura, Mbarara, Mitoma, Ntungamo, Rubirizi and Shema could be itching their fingers to have a decent result, which could be overturned to have them advance as they wait for Ankole to host Lango. The second half is about to get back, and Godwin, do you think we can have a change as early as halftime from what you've seen so far?
From Lango's side, I expect a change because David Obua, the gaffer there, needs that result as much as possible. 2 goals will be good for him. 1 goal can be good for him too, but the most important is 2 goals. For Ankole's side, I think he will wait on until time gets done by as the game goes by.
Dennis Otim there treated like a deserter. He finished the biggest part of this game limping. I think that effect of the fall with that collision with Omedi is affecting him. And of course, Omoy Dennis having grown up also in Barara, but a known descendant of that area, they are getting hostile reception on the pitch, of course. Do you think he might come back in the second half or team? We saw him having a lot of pain taking the kicks and all that. Probably the effect of that fall could even escalate more during the break.
For one, I wouldn't advise Dennis Otim to get back in goal because he has engagements for the national team. He has engagements upcoming next season. If that injury is serious, you need to lay off. Maybe another goalkeeper comes on the pitch because this is only the first game. There's a second game and the second leg for Ankole. Maybe he can't take that rest. Because if Express loses him at this moment, if Ankole loses him at this moment, it will be a bad thing to see. Maybe it's upon to the gaffers and then the medical team of Ankole to see how he's doing, so that he may get back or he may not get back on the pitch.
And of course, we have to pray to God that he is actually capable of coming back. And of course, talking about the gaffers, David Obua there is supported by Farouk Osman Wejuli, one of your former friends. The sight of coaches like this getting into these positions is very marvelous. As we prepare for the second half with our colleagues Ronnie Lusurilensky and Peter Otaimovic. This is the Fufa drum, and of course, celebrating our ancestry. Peter Otai and Ronnie Lusurire will have to tell you the province before they say anything as action on the pitch. Over to the second half.
Well, thank you very much, guys.
You call me the most who have MC McCoffee direct from Bulu City.
There'll be a quick substitutions coming in for both sides, and shortly we shall be able to share with you the players that are coming off and those who are coming in. Both sides will be making some subs. Looks like Obua will be making a double substitution here. Things are not moving on perfectly well for Obua, but as it stands, it's still the usual suspects on the pitch. But later on, the substitutions will be made. Second half, very, very important on who will actually go through in tonight's match.
Interesting second half we are anticipating here at the Akibwa Stadium between Lango and Ankole. The double substitution that Lango are preparing to bring on MVP, as well as Nigel, who is a dancer at the province. I do believe they are going to be back in this.
Yeah, Dickens Okwi, very, very good. And having a former MVP playing with you, it's going to be very outstanding. But let's wait and see. A little bit of a delay on that one. But Obua is not wasting any time to bring in the muscle right now. He's gone to his armory and has actually brought in some 2 big guns. Oh, the referee is actually being called here to sort out some problem. This could be an issue maybe. Well, let's wait and see if it will be sorted out very, very quickly. But the changes will be coming in very shortly.
chance for one of the players rather preparing to come on in, Bronson Nsubuga, to market further himself in these transfer windows. He previously featured for Maroons FC while they were playing in the Fufa big league. This season he did get chance to train with KCCFC before the deal falling through. A big chance, a big stage for Bronson Nsubuga to make his name, probably get another chance to get a new club prior to the new season.
Yeah, the 18-year-old Maroons footballer Ojok Darius is actually getting out. He's one of the footballers coming out there. He has been given his chance to shine, and I have to admit that he has done well. So Ojok Darius is out. That's one of the midfielders coming through, and possibly he'll be replaced by Nsubuga.
And Nsubuga coming on, a great choice it was, moving on Ojok Darius and then bringing on, that is Bronson and Nsubuga. Of course, talking about the name Nsubuga, it might be a Luganda name, but in Lango, he is one of the darlings.
All right, let's wait and see if he'll be able to be the darling yet again. Kanganwaho still skip that ball on play. Schools out there for throw-in. Done very quickly. And also the other side, we realize that the Ankole side has also made a slight change. They brought in a jersey number 6 there, coming to try and see if they can change some aspect of the game. Kanganwaho, Joseph clearing that ball further forward. They're trying to pile the pressure right now in here. Nothing coming through. Then collected, looking for Nsubuga. Outside, a little bit of a clip here. Actually, it's Omonyi. Omonyi is a jersey number 6. They brought in a jersey number 3. I have to apologize on that. The Ankole province.
Jersey number 3, Kamwesiga Jacob, who turns out for Star Times Uganda Premier League side Arua Hill. A great substitution from a coach by Nom Gisha Viali. Peter, trust me in this very encounter. And of course, not forgetting a player who was a star player in the Master tournament in Charles Bally, turning out for AC Villa as well, getting ready.
More chances. Here they come again. Out front to where inside the box line, cross ball through, and here comes Bronson, but not getting the right angle on that ball. Good one there, but unfortunately Lango just let it go.
A great chance it was there for Lango to probably break at the deadlock. Bronson Nsubuga, a player who has just come on, trying to immediately impact on this encounter. With Bronson on, given his ability to take on players at any time, at any place, believe me, the Ankole province defense have to tighten their seatbelts.
Away by Okello, right into the midfield looking for the options. Well collected well. Here comes Nsubuga. Perfectly well here at the midfield. Nsubuga yet again trying to open up on this side. Well, that's the effect of a dry pitch, really. If you're not having the right boots, you'll be able to do that more openly. Chances up and chances going. Ketch was the player, the shot number 8, having a problem with the slippery surface right now.
That was a long pass, but interception.
Throw coming up now to Ankole. Throw shall be brought in by Norman, looking to get this ball in very quickly. They are fighting and trying to probe here the Ankole side, but this goes out for another free kick. The referee has awarded that to Lango. And Isaac Okello with the one looking to send this ball in very quickly. Okello long. Ooh, almost over the head of Nsubuga there. Finally, ball just rolls up for another throw to Lango.
Of course, Peter, with these editions format shortened, starting with the round of 16 and the aggregate winner set to progress to the quarterfinals, this result so far will be taken in good faith by Ankole province, because if they manage to pick up a point here, they will hope to probably get maximum points when they do host Lango in the return leg that will be held in the Ankole province.
Yeah, that's just a few days. And hopefully maybe they can go down and put up a different kind of a game. So if you're Ankole, you'd actually want the result to remain the way it is. And even if it's a win for Lango, maybe not very big margin that you can actually fail to respond to away from home. Just keep it there. I'm very sure they'll be happy about that. Shot ball through, deflects through, straight to the arms of the goalkeeper, Tim Dennis. Well, Tim Dennis will be very, very happy that he's so far been very outstanding here.
Outstanding he has been. A surprise to many for Team to come into goal, of course, taking the place of experienced Mohamed Sekeba, who was part of the Mbara City side that got relegated last season. Currently playing his straight at Blacks Power, the newly promoted side. Goalkeeper or Team, I must say, he had a very decent season with Express FC. No wonder he has overtaken Sekeba in the goal post for Ankole province.
Ankole trying to do very well. Then collected by the big man Atuhaire Abraham. Long from Abraham, venturing further forward, stolen away. And now here comes Aliro Moses, put back in the midfield. Good play there from Okwi. That's good pressing now. Very, very good movement of the ball here from the home side as they continue to press from one side. Okwi right in the midfield. It's a long ball further forward, looking for more energy and looking for more space. Okech Emmanuel. Okwi looks for that angle. He's brought down and referee says it's a free kick the other way around. Okwi not very happy about that, trying to fool the referee. But the referee was right at the actual position to give away that for the free kick.
With that presence of the referee at where exactly the incident happened, it was a right call from Biaruhanga Henry.
Long ball away there from Ainimani. Put back into the zone. It's a chase here for Lango. But Ankole will do a lot of sweeping, a lot of defense. Namasa Edward coming out to the rescue here. Chire looking to throw this very quickly. Bronson. Suga Bronson. Yet again, he actually is brought down for Suga. Actually has spent most of his time in the northern part of the country, and that's the reason why he's actually playing for Lango.
Definitely.
Born in Masaka.
Definitely remember his times when he used to play from Amuka, Bright Stars. That is the reason as to why, or that is where he made most of his name. In the previous editions, especially in the first and second edition, where Alan Okello was on top of his game, there were a lot of comparisons.
Ball up front, nothing yielding really. Still into the area, good play, 1-2, Chure, Bronson, Aliro. Another flying tackle coming through. Referee awards that for the free kick.
Great call it was from the center referee, and a chance for Lango province to break the deadlock probably. When you look at a number of options they do have in such situations, rather for that incident, they do have Bronson Suga, who loves shooting from distance. They do have Moses Aliro, but let's see who will take this free kick up here.
Was a loot coming through. And on that side, Tim Dennis trying to hold his nerves. Bronson standing. Aliro Moses on this one too. Moses Aliro began this very quickly. Achire. Long ball inside the box line. Gliding header, not yielding. And the chest is yet in here. Okech. Aliro. Aliro takes his time cropping that ball in the box line. There's another gliding chance. Oh my goodness, wasted ball through. Totally wasted by the captain, Ivan Okello. Oh, that wasn't nice from Ivan Okello. So close for goal, Ivan Okello. You can see him holding his head. It looks like that went away with a corner. But the goalkeeper is down, possibly injured. Let's watch this closely.
Chance for Lango to break the deadlock, but wasted by Ivan Okello. How did he miss that? But again, goalkeeper or team, goalkeeper that is, or team for Ankole. I don't think he will be able to complete this game, Peter.
Well, it could be tactical, really. He could be buying some time. Yes, we actually did see him fall very awkwardly in the first 45. Will he be substituted? I don't think. Will he? No, he has to go. You're very right. No, he has to go. He has to go. He's from here, and that's the reason as why he's actually applauding the fans for turning up. And possibly now could be a chance for the home side to try and put more pressure on the Ankole side.
Big blow it is for Ankole, but again the custodian that is going to come on in a few minutes in Muhammad Sekeba has shown it all in the previous while turning out for Barra City. A big blow it is for the goalkeeper, a big blow it is for his club Express FC, because we all know our team Dennis is one of the goalkeepers currently in the Crane squad that is preparing to take on Tanzania in the CHAN qualifiers. Hopefully he can recover in time and bounce back in time.
Yeah, that actually was an injury that he picked up in the first 45. Sekaba will be coming through and he'll be replacing the man himself, Otim Dennis. That's the flag up and that's the numbers up. Sekaba coming in for Otim.
Second choice goalkeeper,
Very awkward fall in the first 45 minutes, really. Very dangerously. You can actually break your spine with such a fall. For those who managed to watch that fall, it's a very, very dangerous fall it was for Tim Dennis. But let's wait and see if this man can actually still keep a little bit of a clean sheet that has been left to him by Tim Dennis.
When you ask me, Peter, I will surely say he has all what it takes to maintain what Otim has just left, given his experience and given his heroics, especially in saving a penalty. Sekeba on any day can do or can give you the best of displays.
Sekaba looking to begin this. His first contribution to the game. It's a long ball for the third. Now swept away there by Ankole. Lango now piling a lot of pressure. The 1-2 is not bad. Now here comes Bronson in Subuga. His muscle to the ground. Referee allows the game to continue. The chase is on. Finally gotten away by Odongo Emmanuel. It's been a good attended match, well attended match here. The crowd currently chanting a lot in here, trying to push the boys on, but the Ankole side is not in any one way intimidated by the crowd. Or they play well and they pass well. Look cross deep, set it away by Ankole. Right at the center, it's going to be a foul. Another foul here awarded to the Lango Province, the Amuka. Problem right now for the new entrant, Okwi Dennis. Something wrong here with Henry. It's Thomas Cindy. He's had a very good game so far. The referee, rather.
Great decision making. Everything so far he is doing in this encounter is just a spot on. The decision making is just right in at this encounter. But when you ask me, Peter, it won't be the best of results that the Lango fans will take, just in case they don't find a win in this encounter.
Keji given away, now stolen away here by Ankole. Going to venture to the wing side now, looking for Akandanuaho Joseph. Tries to beat one, can't beat two. Swept away by Lango, control here by Okech. Ankole. Okech again. Long pass for the forward. Oh, here they come now, looking for Medi Dennis. Very good with the ball, Medi. He's a very clever footballer. The assistance is here. He goes solo. That's a very, very poor decision to make. Really. Very poor decision. Aliro was requesting, Okech did not give.
Selfish display there from the player in Omedi Dennis. Of course, we did see he did have a great first half as a lone striker. With now the introduction of players like Dickens, Okwir, and Bronson and Subuga, one would think it was going to be easy for him probably in the second half. But he's a little struggling with just a number of minutes played in the second half. Peter.
Sekaba looking to clear this ball further forward. Well, this game has actually been carried by most of the media houses in Lango Province. Really, you can see the radio teams over there seated right away from the pitch, but commentating. Confirmation of the sub. Sekaba in or team out. Omonyi just couldn't get the legs of Seri. Now still piling the pressure. Ankole. Then back onto the wing side looking for Chire. Finally, it's a long clearance for Namasa. Well, just remember that the action continues tomorrow in the Fufa Drum. Some interesting matches to be played tomorrow. And, the big one will be between Teso and Busoga. The game shall be coming to you live all the way from Iganga.
A great game it will be. The Busoga side, of course, one of the sides that one would say is shocked for them not to have their name on the Fufa Drum Champion, given the names they do have from the likes of Khalid Aucho, from the likes of Moses Waiswa, and a number of players. They are one of the toughest provinces when it comes to a player in their armory.
Players away by Namasa, but again, change of play here from Lango province. They're totally taking the game to Ankole right now. Playing some pretty good football there. Ever since the introduction of Okui Dennis and Bronson and Sibuga, they've carried the ball well. Achire, John Paul, looking to throw this ball quickly. Achire, Bronson, it's given away. Achire does win possession yet again. Oh, down goes Ojera, and the free kick has been awarded. Joachim Ojera not very happy. You can see the communication here. That is Ojera having a word with Achire. I think he was telling him to move very quickly. Free kick. Lango. The weather currently changing here. And those are the players, President Subugan, of course, Moses Aliro. Gliding header, not very far. Chance again with Ojera Joachim. Is that a corner? No. It goes away for a goal kick.
A great defense from that is Ankole province. We all know Ojera is one of those players who gets so soft while in the box, because he knows whenever he's in the box he has all the chance to probably win a penalty for his province. But the game reading from the Ankole defenders is so far top notch in this encounter, Peter.
Sekaba again to begin this very quickly. About 20 minutes, or rather 30 minutes to go. 30 minutes of the game remaining to play for. Kananwaho. Good running from Joseph Akananwaho. Stolen away by Abraham Atuhire. The one trying to sweetly win the ball in the midfield, and goes away for throwing now to Lango. They're fighting for the ball. Good play from Okech. Right in the midfield here. They're driving that ball with ease. Okech, Ojera, Bronson.